Hey, what's up, team? This is Eddie Gray, and this is part 2 of the series, the cleanest workflow in the game. In the last video, I showed you how to set up your input monitoring, record enable, and your input format button so you can go from stereo to mono. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to map volume, pan, and your pan spread, which is really amazing. All the techniques are all the same. I'm using the controller assignment window, and then I'm hitting learn mode. Again, just really quickly, I'm going to click on the volume fader. I'm going to hit Command L. I'm going to let go of L, but I will still hold Command, and I will go ahead and grab this volume fader and then map that accordingly. I've already mapped this, so there's no need to map it again, but as you can see, everything's working just the way that it has to. All right, right below here, I've got pan set up. I did the exact same thing. And then lastly, my favorite, I can control the pan spread with this volume fader. I tried doing it on the pan knob, but it wasn't responding in the same way. And what you want to do in order to map that is go to the very top of the panoramic button here. Make sure that it highlights, and then you click and hold to control the pan spread. So you're going to have to kind of really play with it. But just remember, if I'm off kilter, the little white lines on the side are not going to glow, and if as soon as I get in that position, I am in fact triggering the pan spread. I hit Command L, and then I just set it up so that I can control that pan spread. So that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and show you one of the most exciting things that I'm working on, which is the ability to separate my MIDI from my MIDI CC values. So let me play something in here. Okay, so this is a great line, but it definitely needs some action, right? Just by itself. You can see that it would be fun to work on it. And so let's check out some of the parameters that are currently mapped to the mod wheel. So if I turn the mod wheel, Serum has decided to map the filter to this particular instrument. So I didn't set it up this way. It was kind of built in. And so that's one of the confusing things about MIDI in general, is that it comes pre-configured and pre-mapped unless you change the routing. And I'm going to be doing a lot more content on this channel. So if you like what we're up to, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all of the donations. So what we're going to be doing now is showing you how to record this information. So I can hit record and then just start to play with the parameter like this. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, right? And then if I want to look at all the various information, I would have to open up the automation lanes, maybe pop another one in here so I could look at all the rest of. And so to me, this is a little bit cumbersome. Here's the best way of going about it. Let's say we were really tuned into the part and we really liked it, right? So after I record the initial melody or theme, then I would go into track, other, and create a new track with the same instrument. And so what that does, it essentially just creates another track that is mirroring the original, so I can separate the note information from the MIDI CC information, which I'm about to do right now. And in order to do this, I'm going to go ahead and show you what's going on the spot with this other controller. So I have this specific rotary knob dedicated to modulation. Let's bring up Serum and let's hit record. Okay, so I've got modulation here that was controlling the filter cutoff, and then here I've got the pitch wheel, which was just something I did to demonstrate this. And so now I've got the note information here, and I've got the MIDI CC here. Check it out. Okay, if I mute the MIDI CC, look at what happens. Because we're not triggering the MIDI CC, we can experiment with the sound. The best part about this is if I then open up another instrument, let's say I open up another instance of Serum here. Okay, and let's say I play something else here. All right, let me record that in there. And this is the best part, guys. I'm going to take this MIDI CC and apply it to this specific track. It really is bananas. All right, so same thing. I'm going to create a new track with the same settings, and I will copy this MIDI CC, which is the mod wheel. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Now you got to remember, I didn't even play in this information. Just because I copied it over, I was able to take advantage of the workflow. So try separating your note on and off information from your MIDI CC. And if you need to duplicate this, let's say to another synthesizer, this is probably the cleanest workflow in the game today. As always, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to work with you. So happy to be here. If you haven't checked out our 10 Logic Pro courses, they are absolutely free. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for hitting that like button, and thank you for hitting the notification bell. We will certainly catch you guys on the next one. Stay up.